Hello and welcome into Kensington Valley Ice House for the championship. Young Guns, Team Slater, the undefeated crew, taking on Team Miller. And Marin Klein, and joined up here in the booth pregame with our very own Michigan Elite Hockey Commissioner, Michael Wainwright. Michael,
Hi.
thanks so much for joining us here up in the booth as we get ready for this championship game. And just to get us started, we're in the championships. What have you been liking so far, just in terms of what you've seen today in our consolation game, and what are you looking forward to in this championship game?
I think the championship game is anyone's game. My personal opinion, if you were going to put a gun to my head, is Team Miller. And my good friend Chris Slater probably wouldn't appreciate that, but they went undefeated in the regular season, and playoff hockey, anything can happen, as we
Oh yeah.
saw last night with in the NHL show. And I like Team Miller. Coach Miller's been around now. This is his second year. He's a pretty crafty dude, and drafted his team wisely. Slater was also here last year, so he had the benefit of seeing some of the Young Guns players. But I mean, it's anybody's game, but it has the makings of a barn burner for sure. But my personal opinion is it's gonna. We'll see. It's gonna lean towards.
We're
Miller.
gonna have to see. We were talking
Last one
up
went
here.
to OT, so
A lot of our predictions sometimes go wrong, so we're gonna see how this one turns out. But talking about the draft, and just you've built this league up to what it is now. We're 3 years in. At the end of this third year, what have you liked about seeing the growth that Michigan Elite Hockey has had in these past 3 seasons?
yeah, it's just been unbelievable. We kind of started it as a pipe dream, just an opportunity to maybe get some kids some summer hockey and maybe connect them to some junior teams, and it is just turned in. It continues to get better almost by itself. Well, not by itself, because the amazing people that we have are what continue to make the product better. But I never would have thought when we started this 3 years ago, just sitting in a restaurant, a couple of dad coaches, and talking. Wait, this would be. Maybe we should try this. And then here we are. We couldn't be happier with the progress that we have and the people that we draw to the program. Not just the players, but the junior teams themselves that are interested in what we're doing and interested in talking to our players. Michigan's such a hotbed of hockey talent, and we're turning some heads, so it's been really exciting.
Yeah, and we've had a few leagues come in here, and just what are you kind of looking for going forward now? We've seen so much growth, and what do you kind of want to do moving forward as you go and further this, start getting connected to more junior leagues? Guys are starting to get committed and getting noticed through this league.
Yeah, that's it, 100%. So our young guns this year in 2024 is obviously the 2008 and 2007 birth year. So this is really the introduction to the whole thing. These the opportunity for players at this age is really, in my opinion, is to make their varsity team or to make a AAA team. That's the age range that these kids are in. You go to our older crowd, the junior prospects. That's where it gets really interesting. And this year, for the first year, I mean, we're still very young. In 3 years, we were able to bring 12 EHL teams to Michigan 3 weeks ago to run a combine here. NCDC West came in 2 weeks ago to run a combine here. I think next year you're going to see North American Hockey League coming. We had a couple Canadian teams in the building last weekend, but that's our goal, is to just continue to build the quality of the product itself and the connectivity to these teams, because all these kids are going to go in a different direction. Not everybody's headed to the North American League, just like not everyone's headed to Division I hockey. So the more opportunities we can create for these players, the better, and that's really what I'm focused on. And we obviously always want to get the best players in the building that we can.
Absolutely. And I know you have a close connection with a lot of these young guys on the ice, the young guns, the junior prospects. You've worked with a lot of them throughout your career as well. And what's kind of the feedback you've gotten from them as they have been a part of this league?
Overwhelmingly positive. I tell everybody, if people are so, mainly 99% of the population, super respectful. So when they have a problem, they'll usually come at me with like, hey coach, this is fantastic. We love this, but we always listen to the buts, right? So by and large, the feedback on the program has been fantastic, but we know there's things that we need to work on too. And we're always trying to get better. So like that's why I keep doing it. This is the polar opposite of a money grab. We genuinely are trying to connect kids to programs. Um, and when people say great things about the program, that just keeps me wanting to make it better. Candidly.
Absolutely. And what a great program in the last 8 weeks has been as one of your many interns. You've brought on a lot of great interns. We've put out a great product, so we're all been happy to join you up here.
Yeah, and this whole thing would not be anything what it is without the likes of people like you, Marin, Klein. I want to give a shout. I'm going to do this. I don't know if we can pull this off, but I want to kind of go around the rink because people don't usually know all the faces, behind the scenes. We have so many incredible people that not just put the wheels on the bus, but keep it going. It's unbelievable. So starting with yourself, Marin Klein, who's done our play-by-play this year, a lot of it, and joined by Ryan Radosevich, who's not here tonight. I'm actually taking his headset for this hot 10 minutes. But Ryan's been fantastic. He's been our color guy. To my right, Emma Hug. Emma is our production manager. She has been unbelievable. Comes to us with a ton of experience in the space, and she's been amazing. Runs the switch for all these games. To her right, Madeline Wiktorowski. There's Maddie. Maddie's our ops manager this year. She kind of took the reins from TJ to keep everything going in the same direction. Further down is Lindy Daniels. Lindy's one of our interns. She goes to school at CMU. She's interested in media and marketing, and I'm going to try to keep her employed for as long as I possibly can. She's been awesome. Next to her is Molly Sessa. Molly's over there. She can see herself now. Molly's one of our interns as well. Just awesome. The interns will do literally anything and everything imaginable to help us and to help these players. Going around the horn, Gary. There's Gary down there, Gary Davidson. He was an intern last year. We brought him on as a paid position this year to run a camera. Getting down to our score box down there, you see Liv standing up on the glass. So Liv Lumpy, she's tasked with our TikTok and runs the score box. Lauren Ferens to her left. Lauren's our equipment manager. She's got the camera in her hand right now. So Lauren literally washes the jerseys every week, gets the kids water, Band-Aids, ice packs. Just an unbelievable young lady there. And her sister Maddie is in the box right now. She does all of our sound and music, and she's done all of our stats this year. We just started a new part of the program, InStat, and Maddie's run all of our stats this year. So if the stats are wrong, you can yell at Maddie. It's not us. And then to the far right, Anna Schultz. She's waving down there. Anna's been on that camera all year. Plays Big B 19 U AAA hockey. She's got a really unique view of the game. She's fantastic. And then last but not least, on the deck next to me is Cindy Schultz. And hopefully we get a picture of Cindy. She's on the main cam. Hockey mom forever. We've got kids that are close to the same age, so she totally gets it. And they've just, all of you, I know that was a long rip to go around the rink, but there's this many people involved in the program that just make it what it is, and we could not do this without the likes of all of you. So honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so thankful.
And
for
we're
all the
also
time and
thankful to
effort,
you, Mike.
yeah, and the passion you bring to it. So, all right, let's get on to this good game.
Yeah, Mike, thank you so much for joining us here. We'll let you go. I know you got to go get down there and give us
Gotta
our
do some
starting lines for tonight.
My
And
favorite
give
part
us
of the
some
game.
announcements, and hopefully we have a good championship game for the Young Guns on deck. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
We'll
Mary.
bring it right back for Puck Drop shortly.
Thank you.
Welcome back in to Kensington Valley Ice House, otherwise known as the Ice Cube at Big B Brighton, getting ready for the Young Guns Championships. The undefeated Team Slater meeting Team Miller tonight for our championships. Thanks so much to our league commissioner, Michael Wainwright, joining us up here in the booth to chat a little bit about Michigan Elite Hockey. And he's now down giving us these starting lines. Week 8 in a very exciting 2024 championship. We're going to start with our home team in the black, Team Miller, coached by Kevin Miller. At left wing, number 14, Andrew Sighting. At center, number 27, Cade Dowd. And at right wing, number 44, Alex Green. Looking over to the D corps now. On left D, number 13, Cameron Alvarado. And on the right D, number 12, Steve Cattell. Our starting goaltender tonight for Team Miller will be number 29, Isaac Hoffsfield. Now looking over to the undefeated Team Slater, coached by Chris Slater in the gold uniforms. Starting left wing, 26, Gage Maxfield. At center, number 16, Teddy Donahue. And at right wing, number 19, Alex Gorsline. Looking over the D corps for Team Slater, left defense, Jacob Sinkowitz. And right defense, number 44, Blake Dawson. Getting the start in net tonight for Team Slater will be number 29, Charlie Nebus. Those will be your starting lines for the championship 2024 of the Young Guns. Team Slater versus Team Miller about to get underway here. The top line starting for both sides and some top scoring lines for both of these squads out on the ice as we're getting ready for what should be a fantastic championship game here in Week 8 of Michigan Elite Hockey Young Guns. Both goaltenders getting set in net. Both teams have 2 goaltenders on the night, so each will play 30 minutes as we're underway here in the championship matchup. Face-off 1 by Team Slater. Gorsline lost that one to Dowd. Dowd brings it across the blue line, leaves it behind for Sighting. Sighting had that one tipped away from him. Puck left out in the high slot. It's pushed into the neutral zone. Gorsline sending that one back for Sinkowitz. Sinkowitz push up to Dawson to Gage Maxfield, who brings it over the blue line. Maxfield trying to connect with Donahue. That pass will be intercepted by Steve Cattell. Long cross-ice pass goes deep into Team Slater's zone. It'll be recovered by Dawson. He'll wrap it around the boards for Maxfield. Maxfield tip off to Sinkowitz. Sinkowitz getting hit from behind, and he'll get it up to Donahue. Donahue to Gorsline entering into the zone. Gorsline fighting with Alvarado behind the net. Alvarado trying to hit that one pass. Donahue's there. Donahue left that puck behind him, has to go chase after it behind the net. Has that one taken away by Cattell. Cattell loses it. Gorsline firing on a shot from the slot, goes wide. Puck wrapped back around behind the boards, no one there but Alvarado. He'll pick it up for Team Miller and send it the length of the ice. Have an icing call there, so it'll go right back to Team Slater's zone, and some quick chances there looking at that top line. Gage Maxfield, Teddy Donahue, Alex Gorsline, the top goal scorers for this Team Slater squad. Gage Maxfield second in all of Young Guns, just behind Nathan Legy, we saw score the game winner in our consolation game. Maxfield has 15 points in this 8-week season. This top line always at least contributing 1 or 2 points in every game, although last week, in the first week of playoffs, it was Everett Bozak and Jaden Boomhauer that were really getting it done for Team Slater in their 8-1 victory against Team Posa. Looking to keep a perfect slate in 8 weeks and come out with the championship victory. But Team Miller, the team just behind them in second place, a fantastic team. Most of their losses have only really come from Team Slater, so they have a bit of chip on their shoulder tonight. And just like Michael Wainwright said in our pregame, it's playoff hockey and anything can happen. Team Miller pushing the puck up the ice. Theron Newbacher playing it back, sending it up, intended for Anthony DePonio, bounces off his skate, and here comes Everett Bozak. Bozak firing one in, that one goes wide, wraps all the way around the boards, And all the way down the ice, back to Team Slater's zone. Chasing after it's Blake Dawson. Dawson across to Giroux. Giroux sends it up. Intercepted by Wilkerson. Wilkerson just sliding it over to Schmaggy. Schmaggy couldn't keep hold of it in the zone. Sends back out. Ryan Dye picks it up in the neutral zone. That puck getting sent all the way down to Nebus. He'll hit it out toward the corner. Team Slater will look to clear the other way. Puck slid up in the neutral zone, intercepted by Team Miller. We have a lot of neutral ice fights so far in this one. Eric Van Alstyne firing in a shot, saved by Nebus, and that puck will get sent up into the rafters for a stoppage on the ice. So already some quick back and forth play between these two squads. Expect nothing less from these teams. Already 3 minutes gone in this first period of play. Looks like a quick stoppage as we had to get a new post for the goal, making sure that stays in place. So our officials, they're on the ice, making sure that's taken care of now, making sure that goal is not going to slide off of its post. And we're ready to be on our way once again. Face-off won by Team Slater. Puck getting sent down the ice. Schmaggy and Donahue fighting for that one. Schmaggy wins that battle. He brings it back over the blue line, but will be called offsides. Take a face-off in the neutral zone. The Donahue and Schmaggy on the face-off. Won by Team Miller. Ryan Dye bringing it over the blue line. Dye getting that one poked away by Maxfield. Maxfield's going to flip that one into neutral ice. Chasing after it, Team Miller goes to retrieve. DePonio dumping it in toward Nebus. He'll hit that one away. Sinkowitz sending it up the ice for his teammate. Sinkowitz off the boards, intended for Donahue. Donahue and Gino DePonio fighting for it. Dowd scoops it away, sends it back to Cattell. Team Miller still in possession. Dowd brings the puck over the blue line for Team Miller, trying to get it in the slot for DePonio, but Donahue intercepts the pass. Puck gets set up, intended for Maxfield. Green takes it away. Alvarado trying to dump it in the zone. Green couldn't get it past, and here comes Jaden Boomhauer. Boomhauer fires one in on net. Laporte lost that one up in his pads. He still can't find it. Pure chaos there in front of the net, and it looks like it crossed the line. Oh my goodness. The puck was sent in by Boomhauer, landed on top of the pad of Isaac Hofsfield. He was spinning around, couldn't find it, and it looks like his defender, Steve Cattell, tried to go in and grab that one with his hand, but in Hofsfield's turn, he flung that puck just over the goal line. What a way to get the first goal of the night in, and Jaden Boomhauer picks up right where he left off last week with the first goal of the night. What a chaotic way to open up scoring in these playoffs, but a goal is a goal nonetheless, and it will stand. That's got to hurt for Team Miller.
Team Slater goal scored by number 15, Jaden Boomhauer, with 15:35 left in the first period.
Boomhauer opens up scoring for Team Slater and puts them in the lead. Last week, Boomhauer also opened up scoring for Team Slater and went ahead to have a hat trick that night. So he's wasting no time keeping that emphasis going as Team Miller trying to fire one there on net goes wide. Hillebrand trying to push it for Bozak. Picked up by Herrera. Herrera dumps that one into the zone. But we'll have an offsides call there. And go back out into neutral ice. So a back and forth start until probably one of the more chaotic ways you can get a puck into the back of the net for Team Slater to open up scoring in the first 5 minutes of this one. Ulmer breaks into the zone off that faceoff. He'll lose it in the corner. Alvarado wrapping it around for Newbacher. Mikey Yee will hit that one out into the neutral zone, but no one there on Team Miller, so Team Slater takes back control. Jaden Gabor trying to get that pass over. His teammate goes off the skate of Mikey Yee and back into the neutral zone. Eric Benoit picking up on the red line, trying to sweep it over to Seating. Lippert's there to intercept the pass. Lippert over to Ulmer. Ulmer sending it deep into Team Miller's zone. No one there for Team Slater, so Wilkerson will wrap it around for Newbacher. Picking up the corner, puck skittering out over in front of Hosfield. Wilkerson's able to hit it away. Gorsline picking it up, bringing it over the blue line. He has that one picked away from him. Newbacher pushing it up for Schmaggy. And Schmaggy will lose it to Donahue. Back and forth game here after that first goal. An opportunity here as Donahue tried to tip in the pass from Maxfield, went wide. Donahue picking it up in the slot, but that one will get hit out into neutral ice. And here comes Team Miller. That puck fired in by Van Alstine, went wide. Die, back to Van Alstine. Van Alstine up to DePonio. Puck goes over to Gino DePonio. Intended for Die, just poked away from him by Maxfield. Die back on the red line. Maxfield was hot on his trail. Puck will get dumped back into Team Slater's zone. Sinkowitz there in the corner to pick it up. Puck getting wrapped around by Van Alstine. Nebus able to get an eye on that and put his glove down for a stoppage in play. So 7 minutes gone in this first period, and other than that rather wacky goal going in for Jaden Boomhauer, Team Slater has the lead, but it's a back and forth game, and wouldn't be too shocked if Team Miller finds an answer soon. Costly turnover there. DePonio had an opportunity in the slot. That one skittered just wide. Dowd up to Cattell in the blue line. That one blocked by Hillebrand. Dawson and Green fighting for it in the corner. Dawson's able to just poke it forward for Sinkowitz. He'll wrap it around the boards. Alvarado couldn't keep it in. Alvarado and Boomhauer going to fight for it. Alvarado gets it back into the offensive zone, but has it taken away by Dawson. Dawson wrapping around for Hillebrand. Hillebrand loses it to Green, goes back to Dawson. Dawson tries for Hillebrand one more time, and this time Hillebrand's able to clear it out of the zone, get it across to Boomhauer, but that one will be picked away. Some ping-ponging there in the neutral zone, and Boomhauer is able to get across the blue line and then have a pass intercepted by Dowd. Team Miller control once again. Sinkowitz tried to get a stick in on that one. Puck will get sent out along the boards. DePonio will come away with it. Anthony DePonio going for the shot, and he lost the puck behind him and didn't realize it. Gets sent back out into the neutral zone. Sighting to Cattell. Cattell with a pass off the boards to Anthony DePonio. DePonio losing that one to Sinkowitz. He'll wrap it around for Hillebrand. Hillebrand sending the puck the other way. Boomhauer is there. Sinkowitz flipping that one out of the zone, but Eric Benoit's there to try to hit it right back in. He couldn't, will get sent down. Cattell finds the puck back in his own zone, sends a pass off the boards. Got that one right over to Evan Brown as he was coming off the bench. Will get dumped far back into Team Miller's zone. Lippert being held up by Cattell on the boards. Newbacher coming away with it. Him and Brown both going down, trying to fight for it. Lippert and Benoit fighting for it. Benoit gets it out into neutral ice. Chasing after it is Tyranski and Herrera. Herrera gets it first, sends the pass all the way down the end of the ice. Newbacher's there. Benoit across to Wilkerson. Wilkerson up to Tyranski. Tyranski brings it over the blue line, fires in a shot toward Nebus, and he'll make the glove save. 10:35 to go in the first, and back and forth these two teams go, but Team Slater with that 1-0 lead. The goal from Jaden Boomauer. Face-off won by Team Miller. Wilkerson with it on the blue line. Wilkerson to Schmaggy. Schmaggy gets tripped up. And a breakaway opportunity now for Maxfield. And he gets stopped by Hosfield. Hosfield played that one out in front. Maxfield couldn't get a clean shot. Great job by the goaltender, Isaac Hosfield, to meet Gage Maxfield, one of the league's leading scorers, as he was rushing in on a breakaway chance. Van Alstine just dancing on the blue line with that puck. He'll lose it. Gage Maxfield brings it over the line. Maxfield skating through defenders. Gets caught up there, but is able to get the pass over to Giroux. Giroux to Donahue. Donahue lost that one. Puck will be out in the corner. Now Maxfield on the circle with an opportunity. Beautiful shot and an opportunity for a backdoor chance, but no one there for Team Slater, and that puck will get sent out of play. Like Wilkerson lost his stick there for most of that play. Finally able to retrieve it with that stoppage. So he'll head off to the bench, and both teams will get some fresh skaters out on the ice. Bozak couldn't keep that one quite in. He'll get the pass to Boomauer. Boomauer will dump it deep into the zone for Team Slater. Ryan Dye there behind the net. For Team Miller. Puck getting wrapped around the boards, going past a few skaters. Now Green and Giroux going to fight for it. Hillebrand entering back into the zone. He has that one poked away. Cooper Dillon gets a pass up to Cade Dowd. Dowd will lose that puck out in front of him. Boomauer picks it up. Players going back and forth in the neutral zone. Not too many shots thrown in on these goaltenders yet. Cooper Dillon now has the puck for Team Miller. Pass it off to Green. Green gets a shot. That one's blocked off the leg of Dawson. Dye couldn't keep it in just on the blue line, but he's able to send it right back into the zone and wrap it around the boards. Fortunately, Team Miller on a change, so no one's there to get that pass. And here comes Team Slater. Boomauer, the lone goal scorer in this one with the puck. He'll lose that one in between his skates. Dowd tried to come away with it. He couldn't. DePonio gets it at the blue line. Been a battle of the neutral zone tonight as DePonio fires one in on that net. That one goes above the head of Nebus. Mikey wraps that one around the boards. Cattell gets there before Bozak. Big hit there. Bozak on Cattell. Cattell will get up to Benoit. Benoit firing one in wide. Alvarado and Boomauer went to fight for that one. Puck will get sent out. Gabor staying patient within a costly turnover there. And Gabor is able to get his stick out in front as he almost gave a beautiful look to Eric Benoit. But now it's coming down the other end of the ice. Sinkowitz battling for it. One of the only skaters on the ice right now for Team Slater as they're off in a change. Anthony DePonio gets the puck across to Cameron Alvarado. Alvarado just losing that one in the corner to Herrera, but he's able to get it back. Alvarado behind the net. It looks like we're going to have a stoppage on the ice. Ref in the far corner didn't see a delayed penalty, although it looks like that is what we're going to have. Looks like Cameron Alvarado will be heading to the box. Although I don't know if it's necessarily for a penalty. I think his helmet was broken. So still 5v5. No penalties delivered. Alvarado just had an issue with his helmet, so we'll take a stoppage so he could get off and get that fixed. And Alex Gorsline gets goal number 2 right from the slot for Team Slater. A face-off all the way back in their defensive zone. That top line's able to skate all the way across, and Gorsline with a beautiful slap shot opportunity in the slot makes it 2-0 with 7:08 to go in the first. That top line of Maxfield, Donahue, and Gorsline, they're always the ones to watch. You don't want to give any of them an opportunity in the slot because that will usually be what happens.
Goal scored by number 19, Alex Forsling, assisted by number 26, Gage Maxfield with 6:55.
Maxfield being credited with the primary assist on that goal from Gorsline. Donahue lost that puck to Schmaggy. Schmaggy playing back his own zone, gets a long pass up. Pass from Dowd over to Tyransky. He'll lose it. Back on the red line. Schmaggy tries to fight for it. Gorsline's able to just tip it into the zone, but Gino DePonio takes back control. Costly turnover there, and here's Donahue with an opportunity, and he'll find the top corner. And the top line for Team Slater continues to produce. Teddy Donahue with a goal, Alex Gorsline with a goal, and 2 assists now for Gage Maxfield. Just about 40 seconds after Gorsline's goal, Donahue joins the fun and makes it a 3-0 game, and Team Slater, they have been the team to beat all year long, all season long, I should say, in these past 8 weeks. And they're trying to prove right here, right now, that no one will, and they can keep a perfect slate. We saw in the junior prospects the undefeated Team Posa go down to Team Holtz, who only had 1 goal in the season. Team Holtz heading off to the championship for junior prospects. Team Slater trying to make it known that they are looking to keep that undefeated streak alive. And they're proving it here. As Dye with an opportunity so close, and it just trickled outside of the net. A lot of conversation coming from that Team Slater bench. You can hear Coach talking through to his players. So here comes Bozak firing a shot. That one off the blocker of Hossfield and up into the netting. You hear the stick taps of appreciation from T. Miller. Now down 3 goals. Looking to at least get themselves on the board before the end of this first period. 5:30 to go. Face off won by Team Miller. Anthony DePonio bringing the puck across the blue line. Herrera will poke that one away from him. DePonio will chase after it in the corner. Taking back control is Evan Brown. Intercepted by the body of Lippert. Steve Cattell playing it back in his own zone. Cattell losing that one to Maxfield momentarily. Cooper Dillon bringing it back over the blue line for Team Miller. He'll have his pocket picked. And now here comes Team Slater once again. Gage Maxfield with an opportunity, and that one will be saved by Isaac Hoffsfield. He's already seen what that top line can do, as Gage Maxfield, with 2 assists on Donahue and Gorsline's goal, was looking for his own to join his line mates' goals in this one. 4:21 to go in the first period. Team Slater up 3-0 in the Young Guns 2024 championship game. Maxfield getting the shot right off the face-off. Goes off the blocker of Hoffsfield. Donahue fighting for it in the corner. Trying to get Maxfield in the slot. Mikey Yee will be able to hit it down the other end of the ice. Nebus playing out of the net. Sends it back to neutral ice. Newbacher and Maxfield fighting for it along the boards. Gorsline going in to help. Yee there as well. Players getting held up. Heard the official let Maxfield know to let go Newbacher as they were getting tangled up, getting a little too aggressive, and the officials just giving them a warning there. We've seen physicality for sure come out in these Young Guns games, especially in the past few weeks, as that shot thrown in on net by Schmaggy will go wide. T. Miller dump the puck back into the offensive zone. Nebus is just able to tip that one to Ulmer. He takes it behind his own net. Sends a long pass up, but it's intercepted by Dye, intended for Hillebrand. Dye trying to dump it back into the zone. That one's taken away by Donahue. Donahue trying to get it to Boomauer, was tipped off the stick of Tyransky. Now Gino DePonio and Boomauer fighting for it in the corner. Puck got left down the slot. No one there for Team Slater, and DePonio will bring it back. DePonio hit hard on the boards there by Giroux. Giroux sends it up to neutral ice. Boomauer's there on the red line. Boomauer from the circle fires a shot back, opportunity for Hillebrand, and it'll go just behind the net. Wraparound opportunity for Boomauer, couldn't quite get a stick on it. Hofsfield was ready for that, but no shot was taken. Schmaggy gets it back from Boomauer, taking it behind his own net. Schmaggy staying patient with it, looking for the right pass. He'll get one up to Ryan Dye, taking it through neutral ice. 2:20 to go in the first. Dye firing one in, that one goes wide. Picked up by Bozak, trying to get a pass off the boards over to Dawson, but it'll just get stuck behind the net. Seating was there to fight them for it. Puck will get sent out to the red line and go flying all the way almost up to here to me in the broadcast booth and out of play. One of our lovely fans gets that puck back to our official for play to resume at the center circle. Dowd versus Brown on that faceoff, won by Brown. Brown sliding it back for Giroux, back up to Brown. Cross to Sinkowitz. Sinkowitz pushes it forward for Gabor. Gabor losing that one to Alvarado. Alvarado colliding with Brown at the red line. Gabor plays it back for Sinkowitz. Sinkowitz being pressured by DePonio and Green. Trying to wrap around for his teammate, taken away by Green. Green to Dowd. Dowd wrapping that one around for DePonio. Back to Green on the circle, puck flying in toward the slot. Alvarado couldn't keep that bouncing puck in. We'll play it out in neutral ice. 1:20 to go in the first. Alvarado bringing it back over the blue line. Alvarado skating through defenders, gets tangled up there, and we're going to have a hooking call there, I believe, on Jacob Sinkowitz. So Team Miller getting a very much needed power play here with 1:12 to go in the first period. They'll head to the man advantage as Jacob Sinkowitz heading to the box for a hooking call there. If you're Team Miller, this is the time that you want to capitalize. 3 unanswered goals from Team Slater. This is where you can get your momentum started. Dye firing one in from the blue line. That goes just wide. Puck getting wrapped around. Newbacher couldn't quite keep it in, but didn't get cleared the length of the ice. He'll bring it right back over the blue line. Sends it back for Benoit. Benoit to DePonio. Across to Dye. That puck sent in. Saved by Nebus, got stuck under Benoit, who took a spill out onto the ice. Van Alstine with the puck behind the net. 30 seconds to go in the period. That one will get cleared past the red line. Schmaggy chasing after it. Being pressured by Donahue. He'll get the pass to Dye. Dye losing that one, getting it back in the nick of time as Donahue was putting on the pressure. 25 seconds to go in the period. Van Alstine couldn't quite keep that puck. He'll regain control. Poked away by Maxfield. Van Alstine will play it back deep into his own zone. As that puck gets left out right in front of Hofsfield. Time expiring there, and Hofsfield has to come down on it as on the penalty kill. Team Slater trying to make it 4-0. So with exactly 10 seconds left in the first period, Team Slater will take a face-off in the offensive zone on the penalty kill. Try to drain some of that clock down on the power play and maybe look to strengthen their lead while they're at it, but time will expire there. In the first period, Team Slater with a 3-0 lead, but Team Miller still has 48 seconds on the power play. When we come back for the second period, goals coming in the first 5 minutes. Jaden Boomauer got Team Slater on the board, then some back and forth for quite some time. Then with 6:30 left in the period, Alex Gorsline lit the lamp for Team Slater, assisted by Gage Maxfield. And then just about a minute later, Teddy Donahue got another one for Team Slater, once again assisted by Gage Maxfield. That top line for Team Slater showing that connection in this one with the 3-0 lead. We're going to step aside real quick and be back with the second period. And welcome back into the 2024 Young Guns Championships here at Michigan Elite Hockey. The undefeated Team Slater coming out with a 3-0 lead in the first period, getting ready to start the second, but they will start down a man. Jacob Sinkowitz being called for hooking, so Team Miller starting on the power plays. We're underway here in the second period. Face-off won by Team Slater. They will clear it down the end of the ice. Green bringing it over the blue line for Team Miller. Green back to Dowd on the circle. Dowd taking it around behind the net, has that one poked away by Ulmer, goes into the corner. That puck cleared all the way down to Hosfield. Patel will chase. 15 seconds to go in the power play. One more opportunity for Team Miller. Dye blowing a tire there, being pushed by Ulmer. Ulmer's going to clear it down once again with 5 seconds remaining in the power play. That will do it for Team Miller's man advantage. Still 3-0. Alvarado loses it to Donahue. Donahue to Maxfield. Maxfield, great stick handling there, getting it to Gorsline briefly in the slot, but just poked off the stick. Dowd sends it into the neutral zone. Big hit there at center ice. Puck will get sent down deep into Team Miller's zone. Alvarado trying to clear it out. Dowd will not succeed in getting it past Ulmer. Ulmer will bring it right back into the zone for Team Slater. Gorsline trying to pick the pocket of Alex Green. Maxfield will succeed. Him and Ulmer go back and forth there, and Maxfield will bring it back over the blue line. Maxfield trying to leave it behind for Gorsline. He wasn't there, but Alvarado was. Alvarado behind his own netminder. Alvarado wraps it around for Green. Green having that one taken by Donahue. Donahue to Gorsline. Beautiful opportunity there. Maxfield throws one on net. Excuse me, that was Aiden Herrera's. Maxfield just going off in a change. Puck getting sent up the ice. Called back for icing. So in the first period where, although the score started at 3-0, a lot of the time in between that first Boomauer goal and then Gorsline's goal, which came about 10 minutes after the first goal of the game from Boomauer, we saw a lot of back and forth play in that neutral zone. Start of this second, while granted we're only about 2 minutes in, has been all Team Slater firing on Hosfield. Reminder, after our mid-second period intermission break, Richard Laporte will come into the game for Team Miller. And John Ward will come into the game for Charlie Nebus, as there was one fired on net there, just went wide. Bozak setting another one in, goes off the shoulder of Hosfield. Boomauer in the corner, fighting off DePonio. Sends it up to Ulmer. Ulmer to Boomauer. Boomauer in the slot, tries to sweep that one in, goes wide, just behind the net. Hillebrand sends it for Dawson. Dawson over to Giroux. Giroux from the circle. That one blocked by Van Alstine. Boomauer losing that one. DePonio trying to flip it in the corner for Tyransky. Players fighting for it there. Boomauer to Bozak. Bozak firing one, and that one looks like it tipped off the glove and high up into the rafters. Reminder, Everett Bozak and Jaden Boomauer both had hat tricks in Team Slater's 8-1 win against Team Posa in the semifinals. Boomauer opened up scoring in this one. That face-off won by Team Miller. Newbacher sending a long pass up to Benoit. It was intercepted by Sinkowitz. Team Miller would get it right back, and once again, Sinkowitz intercepting some passes, but Mikey Yee will just get his stick on it and is able to send that one deep into the offensive zone. Benoit hit by Ulmer up in the corner. Lippert just poking it over to Evan Brown. Evan Brown trying to bring it the other way, has it taken away. And Team Miller trying to dump that one back in the offensive zone. Benoit couldn't get there before Ulmer. Ulmer will send it back out into neutral ice. Benoit, bit exhausted, gets it over to Yee. Yee trying to connect with Siding in the slot. Siding couldn't get a shot off. Wilkerson just keeps it in at the blue line. Benoit firing one in, that one blocked by Ulmer. 3v2. Ulmer to Gabor. Gabor just lost that one in the shot. Ulmer with an open opportunity. And it looks like somehow Isaac Hofsfield made that save. I think it went up into his sleeve. So that's not something you necessarily see every day, as Hofsfield thought he made the glove save, but then saw him shaking his arm and puck fell right out of his sleeve. So that's definitely an impressive save to make for Isaac Hofsfield. You heard the groans coming from Team Slater's bench. They thought that one got behind Hofsfield simply because you didn't see him close the glove. Well, the puck was never in the glove, just up his sleeve. Anything can happen in playoffs, folks. Cade Dowd just pushing that one past Dawson. Dowd sends it back in the corner. Fighting off Dawson. Donahue gets over to Deponio. Deponio setting up Dylan in the slot. Dylan couldn't get a clean shot. He'll send it back to Alvarado on the blue line. Alvarado firing one in, and he'll score! Cameron Alvarado gets the first goal of the night for Team Miller with an absolute snipe of a shot from the top of the right circle. Just 5 minutes into the second period. Oh my goodness, the precision on that shot from Cameron Alvarado. A defenseman, but he sure does know how to score. A 3-1 game now. We'll see what that goal from Alvarado can do for the momentum of Team Miller. And here comes Schmaggy with the 2v1 opportunity. Him and Van Alstine. Schmaggy gets another one. Answers right back, and now it's a 1-goal game. Just 15 seconds after the goal from Cameron Alvarado. We didn't even have the announcement yet, and Schmaggy gets the breakaway opportunity, and he had the opportunity to pass to Van Alstine. He takes it himself, and in the exact same spot that Alvarado was able to get it in, just right along the post on the left side of that net, just burying it. And now, in just 15 seconds, it's all of a sudden a 3-2 game. Buckle in, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a good one here in the 2024 Young Guns Championships at Michigan Elite Hockey.
Team Miller goal scored by number 16, David Newbacher, assisted by number 23, Eric Van Alstine, with 14:45 left in the second period.
Van Alstine bringing the puck over the blue line for Team Miller. Team now recognizing that it is a 1-goal game. And they have completely shut down Team Slater's lead, but we'll see how Team Slater responds as well, as Maxfield had that one taken away from him. Will get sent out to neutral ice. Herrera, first one to the puck. Herrera up to Maxfield. Maxfield to Gorsland. Gorsland to Donahue. Donahue with a beautiful opportunity, but he blew a tire on the way in. Couldn't get the shot. Puck sent out to Alex Green. Green up to Die. That one's taken away by Donahue. Puck was bouncing in toward Nebus, and it looked like Trevor Ulmer was able to get his stick in there and send that one flying up into the netting to stop any more shots from going in on Charlie Nebus. 13:56 to go in the second period. Newbacher fires one in. That one stopped by the skate of his own teammate in seating. Newbacher back to Sighting. Sighting just tipped that one off a stick, lost it to Donahue. Donahue sends it far up the ice. Maxfield had an opportunity. It was just poked away by Wilkerson. A good defensive play there. The last person you want alone on a breakaway opportunity is Gage Maxfield. And there's Maxfield taking that one away from Newbacher and dumping it right back into the offensive zone. Wraps it around the boards. Benoit is there. Benoit just gets the tip over. Seating to Green, and Green fires that one, just goes off the post. Dawson bringing it the other way for Team Slater. Dawson trying to go through defenders. He'll lose that puck. Sighting with it behind his own net. Sighting pushing it up the ice. He has space. Brings it over the blue line. Gets a pass over to Green from the circle. Green tries again. That one goes wide. Boomauer gets it. Sends it up to Donahue. Donahue pushing it up the ice. Nice stick work there. Donahue firing a shot. That one goes wide as he and Wilkerson will both go down on the ice. Donahue's still down. Maxfield trying to get past him. Donahue's able to kick that one out while still on the ground. He's trying to get to Maxfield, but Maxfield going off on a change. Didn't see that puck coming his way. Okay, Dowd bringing it over the blue line. Firing a shot, and that one just goes off the post. Schmaggy was looking for the rebound, and it was taken away by Team Slater. Oh, my goodness. Charlie Nebus can take a breath there because that one would have been going in. But Herrera with a great save for his goaltender. Boomauer fires that one all the way from the blue line, and oh, my goodness. He sinks it into the back of the net. Isaac Hoffield was frozen, wasn't even ready to make that save as Boomauer just entering into the zone. The precision on these shots we are seeing from these young players has been absolutely outstanding. And Jaden Boomauer gets his second of the night and answers back 4-2. Team Slater in the lead with 12 minutes to go. Bozak entering into the zone to Boomauer. Boomauer back to Bozak. Bozak in front to Hillebrand. Hillebrand tried to get the tip in. That one blocked by Alvarado. Alvarado sends it into the corner. Pass it along for Cooper Dillon. Dillon, a cross-ice pass to Van Alstine. Van Alstine brings it over the blue line, flipping it into the zone. Van Alstine going over to chase that puck. It gets hit away by Bozak. Bozak to Hillebrand. Hillebrand flipping it forward for Alex Gorsline, fresh on the ice. Gorsline sending a cross-ice pass. No one there. Dillon retrieves it along the boards. Alvarado trying to hit that one out of the zone. Herrera was just there to keep it in before it slid out. Alvarado has his pocket picked by Gorsline. Gorsline looking for an opportunity. Hillebrand. Gorsline trying to set Hillebrand up there. Slid just past him. Giroux, nice keeping there at the blue line. Donahue sends it across. Pass off the boards from Maxfield. Maxfield on the left circle. He'll fire one in and he'll score! Team Slater responding back. And those two goals about 20 seconds apart for these teams. And Gage Maxfield, 2 assists, now a goal on the night, joins both his line mates. Now that whole top line, Maxfield, Donahue, and Gorsline all have a goal on the night. Combined, they already have 5 points. And Team Slater responding back after those 2 quick Miller goals to make it a 5-2 game with 10:46 to go. Another shot with beautiful precision. Maxfield from the high slot, able to fire that one in fresh on the ice. Was assisted by Gorsline, so excuse me, that's going to be now 6 points in just the first 30 minutes of this game from this top line for Team Slater. Dawson sliding it in for Brown. Brown up to Dawson on the circle. He has space. Dawson firing that one in. And Hosfield makes a save. Looks like Lippert was trying to go for the rebound opportunity. And my, oh my, how time flies. What an exciting first 30 minutes of this one. Team Slater came out with a 3-0 start, and then just 15 seconds apart, Team Miller made it a 1-goal game, but then about a minute and 20 seconds apart, 2 more goals from Team Slater. Jaden Boomauer now with 2 on the night. Gorsline, Donahue, and Maxfield, that top line, all have a goal, as well as Maxfield with 2 assists to make it a 5-2 game. We're going to step aside for this 2024 Young Guns Championship and be back with the second half of this one. Stay tuned. Welcome back into the 2024 Young Guns Championships between Team Slater and Team Miller. Team Slater currently out to a 5-2 lead, and Emma Hug is standing ringside with Alex Gorsline, who already has 2 points on the night.
Thanks, Marin. It's a big game tonight, championship game. Can you describe the energy on the ice for me tonight?
Oh, we were playing with so much grit tonight. We're just going out there and we're battling. We're getting this dub.
And how do you prepare for a game like this? What's the mindset going in?
Mindset, dial in. I had about 8 eggs today. I'm just so dialed right now. So dialed.
And how important was it securing that 3-point lead just in the first period?
I didn't even expect it, but, we'll take it. Screw us.
And if you do win the championship tonight, what's your plans to celebrate?
Nice dinner. Nice steak dinner.
Awesome, thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks so much, Emma and Alex. Alex Gorsline's line of him, Teddy Donahue, and Gage and Maxfield already combined for 6 points on the night. Come out to a hot start, and Team Slater had a quick response as they went up 3 goals, and then just about 15 seconds apart, Team Miller scored 2 to make it a 1-goal game, but then Jaden Boomhour, and just about a minute 20 later, Gage Maxfield made it a 5-2 game as we head in to the second half of this 2024 Young Guns Championship. We have 2 new goaltenders in for either side. Richard Laporte in for Team Miller, John Ward in for Team Slater. 10 minutes left in this second period. And after watching those first 30 minutes, we are definitely into a very exciting next 30 minutes here in this championship game. Still anybody's game here and a lot of hockey left to play. The trophy is here for the Michigan Elite Hockey Young Guns Championship. Victor will be crowned. His first shot thrown in on John Ward by Cameron Alvarado. He'll make the save. Puck out in the corner. Dowd firing another shot, that one off the blocker of Ward. Will go back into the corner. Donahue picking it up, but has that one taken away. Here's Dowd once again from the high slot. He'll fire a shot. Ward makes a save off his pads. Another shot going in toward Ward, and he'll get a glove down on it. Early action for John Ward as he enters into this one, and it's been a conversation throughout these 8 weeks between the Young Guns and the junior prospects. The issue of 2 goaltenders and bringing a goaltender in halfway through a game when all the players are warmed up, but the goaltenders just have to jump right in there and be ready. And we've seen so much progression from these young goaltenders as weeks went on, getting used to that role, because it's not a role you would usually see as a goaltender in a juniors league in high school. In an NCAA type league, you wouldn't just be thrown into a game midway through for the most part, very rare. So something for these young goaltenders to get used to, sharpen their skills, and we've seen them improve so much, and it's a struggle to do. It's not an easy thing to do, and Ward making some quick saves. There is another opportunity here. Schmaggy sending that one into Van Alstine. Van Alstine has it picked away. Hillebrand sends one into center ice for getting hit by DePonio. He'll lose it. Ryan Dye bringing it back over the blue line. Dye in the corner fighting off Herrera. He'll have that one picked away by Bozak. Bozak sending it up. Boomhour trying to get a stick on it, but Schmaggy's able to keep it in. Schmaggy is that one taken away by Aiden Herrera. Herrera leaves in the slot and goes diving down onto the ice to stop any Team Miller skaters from getting a prime opportunity there, and he'll hit it out of the zone, but Team Miller brings it right back in. DePonio cross to Schmaggy. Schmaggy's shot goes wide. Puck sent up the ice by Hillebrand. He'll send it down deep into Team Miller's zone. Schmaggy chasing after it. Schmaggy up to Dye. Dye trying to bring that one over the blue line. Gets picked away by Maxfield. DePonio is there to dump it back in. In the corner, Herrera and Van Alstine. Van Alstine winning that race. Puck getting taken away, and now here comes Herrera skating down the ice for Team Slater, trying to send it up for Maxfield. Will get it in closer to Richard Laporte, and he'll make his first save of the game. 8 minutes to go in the second. Team Slater leading 5-2 in this championship game. Just as a reminder, tomorrow we will have our Young Guns Championship. First, the consolation game between Team Posa and Team Morgan, and then the championship game, Team Miller versus Team Holtz. Brown being held up in the corner there, loses that one to Sighting. Sighting going back behind his own net. Brown still fighting him for it, but Sighting looking to clear it out of the zone. Has that one picked away. DePonio will get it up to Yee. Yee trying to get into the zone, fighting Gabor. Just on the blue line there. He's able to tip it in. Gabor fighting Newbacher. Newbacher firing in a shot. That one goes wide. Wilkerson couldn't handle it on the blue line. Here comes Gabor on a breakaway chance. Newbacher coming in. Gabor firing a shot, and Laporte makes the glove save. Face off in Team Miller's zone. Donahue versus Dowd. And it looks like we're going to have a tripping call right there. Right off the face-off. So Gage Maxfield heading into the box. A second penalty tonight for Team Slater. And Team Miller going to get another chance on the power play. Maxfield sitting for tripping. And Team Miller didn't see anything on their first power play of the night, looking to change that and try to shrink this lead for Team Slater, but Boomhauer trying to break it up the ice. Boomhauer will get the clear, send it all the way down to Laporte. He'll play it out of his net, leave it behind for Cattell. Cattell being pressured by Bozak. Cattell using his speed to take it up the length of the ice. Going around the net, trying to leave it in front for Green. Who's just poked away by Dawson. Alvarado from the high slot, firing a shot and bouncing off the post. It'll go into the back of the net. Cameron Alvarado gets his second of the night on the power play and makes it a 5-3 game with 6:35 left to go in the second period. Cameron Alvarado had a hat trick of his own last week as Hillebrand trying to answer there.
Goal scored by number 13, Cameron Alvarado, with 6:30 left in the second period.
Alvarado had a hat trick last week, now 2 tonight. Opened up scoring for his team and got one there on the power play. Puck bouncing out in front of the net. No one could get a stick on it. Puck out in the corner. Benoit turning over to Hillebrand in the slot. Hillebrand firing a shot, and Laporte will make the save. Looks like some issue there with the skate of Laporte. The blade might have come off a little bit there. His teammate helped him get that back in and ready to go once again. 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Face-off won by Team Miller. Been playing from behind all game, but finding life here in the second period. Dye firing in a shot. That one hard hit goes sailing above the head of Ward. Another shot sent in by Ward. He'll make the save, and then Maxfield will hit that one away from him. Donahue fighting Dye as Dye brings it back over the blue line. Dye gets it past Giroux, and it's just poked away by Sinkowitz. Donahue fighting off Van Alstine in the corner. Sends it back for Giroux. Giroux pass up to Gorsling. Gorsling with a cross-ice pass to Maxfield. Maxfield was trying to leave it behind for Donahue. He wasn't there yet, and Benoit brings it back over the blue line. Benoit firing a shot. That one saved by the stick of Ward. Puck getting left on some open ice, picked up by Gage Maxfield. Skates through one defender, skates through two. Wilkerson's able to get his stick in there, send that puck in the corner for him and Maxfield to chase. Maxfield still in control. Sending that one in toward the net. Goes off the skate of Anthony DePonio. Wilkerson trying to clear it out of the zone. Right on the red line, Donahue fighting. Schmaggy and Yee. It'll get sent back into Team Miller's zone, but Team Slater going off on a change, so they'll get a chance to regroup. DePonio just tips that one ahead for Schmaggy. Herrera will get it first. Herrera with a long pass up the ice to Lippert. Lippert sending that one in toward the net, goes far wide. Dye fighting Lippert in the corner. Gabor sending the puck over to Brown. Brown couldn't keep a hold on it. Anthony DePonio coming the other way. DePonio and Ulmer going up into the boards, fighting for it right on the red line. Gabor and Schmaggy in there as well, as the puck will get flipped out to Wilkerson, waiting on the far blue line. Schmaggy tries to get it past Ulmer as he brings it into the zone. Ulmer sends it down the other way. Wilkerson's right there to get the puck back for Team Miller. Under 4 minutes to go in the second. Wilkerson sending that one in toward Ward. It goes wide. Wilkerson's don't control the puck, sends it up to Schmaggy on the blue line. Schmaggy firing one in. Ward makes the save. Puck's flying there, and Ward's able to get it in his glove for a stoppage. .3:43 to go in the second period. Team Slater with a 5-3 lead. Saw 3 goals from Team Slater in the first, and now 3 goals from Team Miller in the second, and 2 goals in the second period as well from Team Slater to get us to 5-3. Alvarado looking for the hat trick, fires one in, saved by Ward. Puck getting sent out. Alvarado there again. Alvarado sending that one sailing up into the air. Deflected off the stick of Boomhauer into the netting for a stoppage in play. Alvarado winning that faceoff, sends it over to Green. Green trying to skate through defenders. Sinkowitz will clear it back into open ice. Newbacher and Donahue going to fight for it. And we're going to have a penalty called there. Excuse me, no, just offsides. Cattell trying to send that one to the net. Gale hit back out. Cattell will send another one in as Dawson had sent that one right out to him. Both went wide. Maxfield picks up the puck in the high slot. Now taking it through the neutral zone and across the blue line into the offensive zone for Team Slater. Trying to set up Donahue in the slot. Gets past him. And now here comes Cattell the other way for Team Miller. Steve Cattell looking to connect with Siding, and Siding couldn't just get a stick on that one. But now Gage Maxfield with a lot of open ice, just him and Alvarado. Maxfield gets held up by Alvarado. He goes crashing into the goaltender. We're going to have a delayed penalty now on Team Miller, a holding call on Alvarado as he held back Maxfield. Maxfield went careening into Laporte in the net. They'll take a high five, though, from Jaden Boomhauer, shake it off, and now Team Slater getting their opportunity on the power play. Alvarado will go sit in the box, 2 minutes for holding. Right off the start of the power play, Herrera firing one in from the blue line goes wide. Now pushing it up the ice. Van Alstyne sends it around. Ward playing it out of the net. Herrera picks it up. Aiden Herrera bringing it over the blue line back in the offensive zone. Sends it back to Maxfield on the circle. Maxfield taking his time with it, just flipping that one back over to Herrera. Herrera in the high slot over to Maxfield on the circle. Maxfield trying to connect with Dawson, and he'll have the pass intercepted. And now a breakaway opportunity for Ryan Dye. He'll fire it, and that one will just go wide. A short-handed opportunity for Ryan Dye. That puck just Sent a little too far outside the net, but killing off some crucial time. Unfortunately, some clock issues today, so I cannot tell you how much time exactly we have left on this power play for Team Slater. We have about 1:13 to go in the period. I'd say Team Slater is going to finish out this period on the man advantage and have just a bit more time left to go when we start the third. Or apparently it ended and my math was incorrect, as now we are back to 5v5. Some clock malfunctions there. So back to 5v5, no power play goal there for Team Slater. Puck getting whistled down all the way to Ward. Benoit coming in with speed as Ward left that behind for Sinkowitz. Sinkowitz takes a spill on the ice and Benoit's going to get it away from him. Benoit setting up Cooper Dillon, and that one just skittering a little too fast past him. Dillon couldn't get the shot off. 26 seconds to go in the second period. Hillebrand back to Herrera. Herrera flipping that one to Hillebrand. That one went soaring. Hillebrand couldn't quite get a stick on it. Schmaggy to Benoit entering into the zone. Benoit firing one in on net. That one saved by Ward. Wilkerson just keeping it in at the blue line, wraps it around for Benoit. 5 seconds to go in the second period. Herrera with the puck, trying to clear it out of the zone as time expires. And that will do it for our second period of play here in this championship game. An action-packed second period, to say the least. Just 4 minutes in, Cameron Alvarado opening up scoring for Team Miller. About a minute after he scored, Theron Newbacher scoring once again for Team Miller. And then Jaden Boomauer and Gage Maxfield 1:20 apart, scoring for Team Slater, and Alvarado scoring once again for Team Miller. Total 5 goals in that second period to put us at 5-3 as we head into the final 20 minutes of this 2024 Young Guns Championship game. Going to step aside real quick and we'll be back with the final 20. And welcome back into the 2024 Young Guns Championship game. Team Slater versus Team Miller as we head into the third and final period. Team Slater up 5-3 in this game. And right off the face-off, DePonio entering into the zone for Team Miller. Has his pocket picked briefly. Some back and forth there, and now here comes Team Slater. Boomauer racing in, then slowing it down. DePonio with ease takes that one away from him. Him and Bozak collide there, getting tripped up on the boards. Team Miller trying to come the other way, breaking the zone, but Giroux sends it right back into neutral ice. Tips it forward. Boomauer couldn't get a stick on it there, but he'll enter into the zone. Slow it down, waiting for his teammates, trying to get it to Bozak. Bozak being held up by Benoit, both getting stuck behind the net. Benoit tipping it past him, but Hillebrand there to keep it in the possession of Team Slater. Keeping him right in the blue line was Dawson. Dawson over to Giroux. Boomauer behind the net, loses it to Gino DePonio. He'll wrap it around the boards for his brother Anthony. Breaking up the ice is Benoit. Benoit to Anthony DePonio, and he'll fire that one. Be saved by Ward and go up into the netting. So some quick opportunities for both sides early in this one. Team Slater still with that 2-goal lead, but Team Miller has absolutely found their momentum in this one. Still a lot of time left to play. Alvarado, the puck off the faceoff, fires one in, looking for the hat trick from the blue line. It was saved by Ward. Gorzine trying to break out of the zone, had it taken away by Green. Green to Dowd, Dowd right back to Green on the circle. Green going behind the net, held up by Herrera. Gets left down the slot for Sinkowitz. Green still with control. Van Alstine taking it from Herrera behind the net to Green. Green takes a knee and fires a shot. Saved by Ward. Van Alstine tangled up in the corner. Fighting Donahue. Maxfield's able to slide it away from him. Maxfield and Dowd fighting along the boards for it. Cattell pass over to Alvarado. T. Miller still in control. That one gets sent behind Ward. Sinkowitz is there first. Sinkowitz has his pocket picked by Green. Green fighting Herrera. Green still in control of that puck, but sends that one up into the slot. And it looks like now we're going to have a hooking call, I believe, on Aiden Herrera. So yet another penalty for Team Slater. And Herrera will head to the box, and Team Miller, their third opportunity on the power play. They're 1 for 2 on the night. First power play couldn't get anything done, but Cameron Alvarado got the power play goal in the last 10 minutes of the second period. And they'll look to make it a 1-goal game right here on the man advantage. Schmaggy winning that puck off the faceoff. Pass over to DePonio. DePonio firing that one in and saved by Ward. Puck just getting cleared out into neutral ice. Wilkerson picking it up, sending it over for Schmaggy. Schmaggy to DePonio. Bring it over the line is Newbacher. Newbacher winding up and firing a shot. That one saved off the pads of Ward. Back to Wilkerson on the blue line. Wilkerson wraps it around. Ulmer's there in the corner. Ulmer sends that one skittering down the length of the ice all the way to Laporte. He'll send it up to Newbacher, who will make the catch. But Bozak's there keeping some high pressure. T. Miller able to get it out of their zone in the neutral zone. Maxfield getting tangled up with players trying to poke that puck away. Benoit brings over the blue line, but Maxfield's going to clear it, and he'll use that speed to get out in front of his defenders and get an opportunity for a goal there. Shorthanded opportunity, and he'll take a spill on the ice and just go wide. But it looks like we're going to have a tripping call now on Team Miller, as I believe that is Theron Newbacher now heading to the bench for tripping on Gage Maxfield as he came in on that shorthanded opportunity. So we'll have about a minute of 4v4 play and then a minute of the Team Slater power play from those back-to-back penalties. But right now, 4v4, a lot of open ice between two very fast, very talented teams. Face-off won by Team Miller in their own zone. Gino DePonio with the puck. DePonio pushing it forward. Out of his zone, being chased down by Donahue. DePonio bringing it all the way the length of the ice, sends that one behind his own net. Sinkowitz able to flip it over. Being hit hard into the boards was Tyranski by Donahue. DePonio back to Tyranski. Both them fighting Donahue for it as it's going off the boards. Gino DePonio trying to get a shot off, and Maxfield's able to get his stick in there. Great defensive play by Gage Maxfield. Puck pushed far up the ice for Donahue. It's a 2v1 now. Donahue to Maxfield. Maxfield between his legs gets the pass. Couldn't get it to Donahue. Will go in the corner to Sinkowitz. Sinkowitz leaves that one in the slot. No one there, but Maxfield will get it back at the blue line. 5 seconds to go in Herrera's penalty. He'll step back onto the ice, and now Team Slater gets a minute on the power play. Donahue to Sinkowitz, goes off the boards. Siding wraps it around for DePonio. Puck goes up to Tyranski. He's able to clear it. Only to the red line where Brown keeps it. Sinkowitz sending it across for Hillebrand. Hillebrand chasing after it in the corner. Hillebrand to Boomauer on the blue line. Boomauer back to Hillebrand on the circle. Evan Brown fighting Cattell for the puck. 25 seconds to go in the power play for Team Slater. Players held up on the boards as time is winding down in this power play. That puck, stretching Herrera, trying to keep it in, still on the ground as he tried to stop Cooper Dillon. A shorthanded opportunity now as time is expiring, and Ward makes the save there. You hear the stick taps of appreciation from his bench, and that will expire the penalty for Team Miller. Back to 5v5, both teams killing off a penalty. Cattell winds up and fires a shot, saved off the pads of Ward. Puck pushed up the ice, intended for Hillebrand. Alvarado intercepting the pass, gets it over to Cattell. Cattell in neutral ice, looking for the pass. He'll choose to dump that one deep in the zone, wrapping it around the boards. Hillebrand's there before Van Alstine, but Green keeps it in, only momentarily to have his pocket picked by Bozak, but Alvarado will take it right back, and then Boomhauer gets his stick in the mix. Back and forth there in the neutral zone, and once again is an intercepted pass from Neubacher freshly on the ice. He'll fire shot, kick save made by Ward. Trying to clear the zone was Boomhauer. Van Alstine got it right on the dot, brings it back over the blue line. Green firing a shot. That one goes soaring above the head of Ward. Boomhauer bringing it over the blue line now. Boomhauer back to Bozak. Bozak firing a shot, and that one going in toward Laporte. He will make the glove save. 13:30 to go in this championship game. Team Slater still with the 5-3 lead. Face-off won by Team Miller. But Wilkerson has it taken by Donahue. Now players held up on the boards. Puck skitters out into some open ice. And Ulmer is there to bring it back in. He's being held up. Tries to send a pass across to Gorsline. He'll take a spill onto the ice. And now Team Miller coming the other way. Pass across to Benoit in the high slot. Benoit firing that one. Blocked off the stick of Ulmer. Goes soaring up into the air and into the corner. Wilkerson on the blue line sends it over to Yee. Yee trying to set up Benoit in the slot, tipped off sticks, and skittering out into some open ice. Bringing it back into the zone is Dowd. Dowd to Benoit. Players out in the neutral zone now. Puck gets sent back into Team Miller's zone. Wilkerson there to chase after it. Donahue hot on his trail. Donahue hitting him up on the boards, but Wilkerson left the puck behind him. Neubacher's there, left up in the slot. Maxfield has an opportunity. Got tangled up there, couldn't find the puck, and lightly threw that one in on net, went wide. Maxfield sending that one back, a pass off the boards intended for Donahue. Donahue was already out into neutral ice, so that puck will get sent down into Team Slater's zone. Ulmer chasing after it, Benoit hot on his trail. Puck sent all the way out to the red line. Gino DePonio's there to make the catch and put the puck back down to send it into the offensive zone for Team Miller once again. Ulmer's there in the corner. He'll send the puck out into neutral ice. Will get tipped off the stick of Lippert. Gino DePonio will send it back. It'll get sent back the other way. Brown sending it up for Lippert. Lippert and DePonio fighting for it. As DePonio loses his stick, but his team's able to come the other way. Taransky across to Gino DePonio. He'll have that pass intercepted. Lippert able to get a stick in there, send that back out into the neutral zone. Ryan Dye bringing the puck back over the blue line once again before it's hit right back out. DePonio entering into the zone, and he will be called offsides there. My, oh my. We had quite the neutral zone battle right there. Quite the back and forth, but Team Miller then called for offside, so we'll take a face-off on the dot for a stoppage in play. 11 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the 2024 Young Guns Championship game. Team Slater with a 2-goal lead. Team Slater winning that face-off. Pass up to Bozak, he'll lose it. Dawson will have to play it back. Dawson, pass off the boards. No one there but Gino DePonio. DePonio to Dye. Dye up to Anthony DePonio. Both DePonio brothers on the ice right now. It's Anthony DePonio trying to fire in a shot there, and he'll go sailing right into the goal, so we'll have a stoppage there. And it looks like he going kind of awkwardly right into the post of that goal, maybe in a little bit of pain as he's going to skate off the ice and get a sub. Looks like he's favoring that right leg. Hopefully he's okay. Face-off won by Team Miller, kept in the zone by Ryan Dye. Van Alstyne loses it briefly to Hillebrand, but is able to get it back in the neutral zone. Van Alstyne passing it back for Dye. Dye across to Gino DePonio. DePonio pushing it forward for Ty Ransky. And Team Slater taking back possession in their own zone. Bozak trying to send that forward for Hillebrand. Hillebrand trying to push it up for Bozak, and it goes off Bozak's skate. He and Alvarado will get tied up. Hillebrand will get in there and take it back. Bozak coming over the blue line. Bozak firing a shot, and that one saved by Richard Laporte. A lot of back and forth here in the third period, but no goals yet, a scoreless third as we're nearing that halfway point in the period. Team Slater with the 5-3 lead right now, looking to stay undefeated on the season and take the 2024 Young Guns Championship title. Players tangled up there on the blue line. Gorsline's going to fire a shot all the way from that blue line. It'll be saved by the glove of Richard Laporte. Face-off won by Team Miller. Alvarado pushes it over to Cattell. Cattell sending it up the ice for Sighting. Sighting breaking into the zone. Back to Cattell. Cattell firing one in from the blue line, just lightly trickling in. Blocked off the skate of Donahue. Gorsline sends it across for Dawson. Dawson from the circle, looking to take the shot, has that one poked away from him by Alvarado. Alvarado's up to Dylan. Dylan looking for the cross-ice pass. Dawson's there to intercept it. Dawson sending that one deep in the zone. Cattell and Maxfield going to fight for it. Maxfield winning that battle in the corner, but it's poked away from him briefly, and Cattell gets it right behind him. Cattell able to clear it out of the zone into neutral ice, but Maxfield will pick it back up there. Nice move there in between the legs and gets the pass to Donahue, brings it over the blue line. Donahue looking to Maxfield. Maxfield looking to go with a behind-the-back shot, and that one just trickling in toward Laporte. He'll make the save. Under 10 minutes to go in this game. Team Slater still leading 5-3. Face-off won by Team Miller. Benoit bringing it into the zone will get hit right back out. Wilkerson's there on the red line. Playing it back. Sends it forward for Benoit. Just tipped off the stick of Benoit. Herrera is able to get it back in his own zone. Sends a pass off the boards for Ulmer. Ulmer will send that one all the way the length of the ice. Wilkerson going to chase after it. Wilkerson wrapping that one around the boards. Herrera breaking into the zone. Brown's there to keep it in at the blue line. Neubacher getting it behind his own net. Pushes it up for Green. Green to Benoit. Benoit trying to send it back for Dowd. Wilkerson keeps it in at the blue line. Taken back by Herrera. Herrera just trickling that one out of the zone to neutral ice, but Wilkerson's there in the center circle to pick it up. He'll fire a shot in toward Ward. Ward will tip that one off his glove and go wide. Boomauer taking it back in the corner, trying to send a long cross-ice pass for Hillebrand, intercepted by Schmaggy. In the corner, Ulmer trying to clear it. Schmaggy there to fight him. Hillebrand just flipping that one out to the red line where Gino DePonio awaits. Boomauer will get it past him and send it across the ice. Intended for Hillebrand. Dowd picks it up instead. Seeing some very even play from both these teams, but if Team Miller can't find a response, the shot sent in there from Dye goes right into the chest of John Ward. If Team Miller can't find some responses quickly, Team Slater on top by 2 goals now as time's ticking down. 7:38 to go in this game. This third period has been incredibly evenly matched. Ice tilted in no one's favor. Both teams have gotten some great looks, but not able to get past these two goaltenders who came in halfway through this very intense game, and in this third period of not seeing too many quality chances thrown their way, but when they do, they're able to make the save. Team Slater with the puck. Maxfield and Dye going to chase after in the corner. Gorsline going in to help. Puck still held up there on the boards. No one's come away with it yet. Gorsline, Schmaggy, Dye, and Maxfield. And it looks like the official not seeing any movement in that puck will call his whistle there. And we will take a face-off on the right circle in Team Miller's zone. And some chaos there off the face-off. It is won by Team Miller, but they're not able to get it out of the zone. Players tangled up. That one will finally trickle out into the neutral zone, but controlled by Team Slater. Pass off the boards, intended for Lippert. He and Alvarado will fight for it. Gabor coming in to help. That puck getting sent out to some open ice. Catel's there to poke it away. Anthony DePonio back on the ice for Team Miller. Will clear it out of his team zone and head back the other way, taking it over the blue line. Goes in the corner, fighting off Giroux. He'll get the pass over to Schmaggy. DePonio back to Alvarado on the blue line. Alvarado looking for the hat trick, fires one in toward Ward. He makes a save. You hear the cheers coming from Team Slater's bench, showing some appreciation for John Ward in the net. Face-off one by Team Miller. Cattell firing one in from the blue line. That one saved off the blocker of Ward. Players going to fight for it in the corner. Everett Bozak comes away with it. Bozak up to Hillebrand. Hillebrand couldn't keep a stick on it. Cattell will send it right back into the zone. Dawson trying to flip that one around the boards. Looks like he got the ref instead. Couldn't have felt too good. Team Slater sending that one out back in the neutral zone, but Alvarado's there, but he has his pocket picked right before he crosses the blue line. Sighting's there to bring it back in. Sighting blowing a tire on the ice, and now here comes Team Slater. Boomhour looking for his hat trick. Held up by Alvarado. Alvarado winning that puck battle. Him and Sinkowitz racing down the ice. Sinkowitz is able to wrap that one around the boards. Van Alsten gets there before Hillebrand. Van Alsten just losing that puck behind him for a second. Now held up in the corner. Puck goes out loose. Bozak's there, pushes it forward for Boomhour. Right back to Bozak. Bozak. Cross ice pass for Hillebrand off the boards. Hillebrand and Alvarado fighting for it. Puck gets wrapped around. Sighting picking it up behind his own net. Sighting back to Alvarado. Alvarado sending that one the length of the ice, and we'll have a call for icing and head right back into the Team Slater zone. Under 5 minutes to play. And unless Team Miller can find some responses, Team Slater will look to keep their lead. Maxfield getting that puck on the red line, sending it right back into the zone. Herrera trying to leave it in front. An opportunity there for Gage Maxfield, and it goes high. It looks like just tipped off the glove of Hosfield. Players held up on the boards. Puck getting wrapped around. Wilkerson trying to clear the zone as it picked away by Donahue. Players tied up in the corners once again. Puck goes loose. That one sent in by Dawson. Sinkowitz to Herrera. Herrera wrapping it around. Maxfield goes to retrieve it in the corner, fighting Newbacher. Setting up to Giroux on the blue line. Giroux firing one in. That one goes just wide. Herrera sending one in toward Ward. He'll make the save with his stick, tipping it away. Giroux sending it in once again for Herrera. Cooper Dillon's there first. Dillon trying to clear the zone. Has it tipped off by Maxfield. Goes right back in to Team Miller's zone. Herrera and Wilkerson fighting for it in the corner. Wilkerson loses his stick. Herrera is able to get it over to Hillebrand. Braden Hillebrand to Blake Dawson. Dawson firing one in and making the glove save. Richard Laporte. 3 minutes to go in this Young Guns championship matchup. Team Slater looking to stay 8-0, perfect on the season, and walk away with that Michigan Elite Hockey Young Guns trophy. Shot fired in there from Boomauer. Puck goes loose as Laporte had made the save, and Ryan Dye, great job by him to take back control. Dye having it poked away from him and by Bozak. Bozak and Boomauer fighting Green and Dye for it. Right in front of the bench of Team Slater. Team Slater trying to talk to his players right there from the bench. They were held up, but Team Miller coming away with that puck. DePonio fires that one wide, wraps around. Green gets it back in the corner, back to DePonio. Players tied up. Dye couldn't quite keep that one in the zone. We'll have to go back out into neutral ice to retrieve it, bring it back over the blue line. Sending that one in toward Ward. He'll make the save off the blocker. Ulmer clears that one, neutral ice. Hillebrand and Schmaggy chasing after it. The net is empty for Team Miller with 2 minutes to go. Laporte has headed off to the bench. Team Miller still looking to close this lead out in this championship game. So extra skater on for Team Miller. Laporte on the bench, an empty net. Face off one by Team Miller. Alvarado to Dye. Dye sending that one in, goes wide. Green picks it up behind the net. Green firing that one in. Alvarado with an opportunity. Doesn't take a shot. Slows it down with multiple defenders in the slot. Alex Green on the left circle. Back to DePonio. DePonio loses that one briefly to Sinkowitz, but Schmaggy's there in the other corner. Take it back. Sinkowitz trying to poke that one past Schmaggy, and he'll get it out. An opportunity now for Team Slater. Defenders trying to poke it as Maxfield fires that one into the back of the net. Gage Maxfield, goal number 2 on the night to give Team Slater the 6-3 lead with 1:30 to go. And that may just be the game winner for Gage Maxfield. Not only that, but Gage Maxfield now 2 goals, 2 assists on the night. Gage Maxfield is your new Young Guns leading point scorer, surpassing Nathan Leegee, who finished off the season tonight with 18 points. Gage Maxfield now with 19 on the season will most likely get the game winner there for his team in the championship. Team Slater a minute away from a championship and going 8-0 on the season. Newbacher firing that one, saved off the stick of Ward. The appreciation coming once again from that Team Slater bench. Richard Laporte back in the net now for Team Miller. Under a minute to play in this 2024 championship matchup, Team Slater versus Team Miller. Alvarado getting it on the red line. Alvarado to Dowd. Dowd tried to sweep it in, saved by Laporte. He tried to poke another one in past Ward, and he'll make 2 saves there. 36 seconds left to play in the championship matchup. Puck sent up for Boomauer. Boomauer still looking for the hat trick. He'll fire that one, and it'll be saved by Richard Laporte. Bozak trying to fire one in as well. Another save. 20 seconds remaining. Hillebrand. Fighting off Cattell. Sends it back for Bozak. Puck left out behind the net. Dowd wraps it around the boards and clears out into the neutral zone. 5 seconds remaining in this game. And ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Young Guns champions, Team Slater. An 8-0 season, they stay perfect, and they will be taking home the trophy. We had quite the exciting championship matchup here as Team Slater coming out with a very exciting 3-0 lead, and then just 15 seconds apart, Team Miller answering back, making it a 1-goal game, and then Team Slater 2 goals right there. One more for Team Miller, and they'll come out with the 6-3 win. The top hue for Team Slater, excuse me, without doubt. The starring line for tonight, a combined 7 points between them, and Gage Maxfield is your new Young Guns points leader with 19, just surpassing Nathan Leegee. What an exciting game here to finish out the Michigan Elite Hockey Young Guns group. Hopefully everyone enjoyed watching these players as much as I have in these past 8 weeks, as we will be getting ready for the trophy ceremony, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And Gage Maxfield, your new Young Guns point scoring leader, will be up here in the booth with me shortly. Once again, Marin Klein here from Michigan Elite Hockey. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in. And your 2024 Young Guns Michigan Elite Hockey champions, Team Slater, staying undefeated. Thanks so much for joining in. We'll have Gage Maxfield up here shortly. Hello and welcome back in. We have our 2024 Young Guns Michigan Elite Hockey champions, and I am here with Gage Maxfield and the trophy. And Gage, how does it feel? You guys went 8-0, perfect season here with Michigan Elite Hockey. So what's that been like for you?
It's been great. We know we're the better team, and we went out there and proved it every week. So it's been a great feeling.
And I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but you and Nathan Legy have been fighting for the top point scoring spot all season. Well, today you passed him, 19 points. You are the Young Guns' leading point scorer. So how's that for you?
It's great. I mean, I love my teammates, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. So
Yeah. And speaking of your teammates, you, Teddy Donahue, and Alex Gorsline, you guys made quite the trio out there, combining for a lot of points. What was really working between you guys all season long?
we just gelled right away, and it was a great connection from us, and just really pushed us in the right way. We had great locker room presence, and we were just good buds out there.
Yeah, and now this is the end of Michigan Elite Hockey. You finished it out. So, I mean, obviously winning the trophy has got to be a big highlight, but just what's been going so well for you this whole season?
Just having a good presence. We're all jolly together, all boys and stuff. So that really made me feel more comfortable on the ice for sure.
Awesome. Well, Gage, enjoy your ring, enjoy your trophy. Congratulations, and congrats on being our
Thank
leading
you.
point scorer on the season. Thanks so much for joining us up here. From everyone here, thanks for tuning in for this 2024 championship of the Young Guns and all season long. Marin Klein here. Join us tomorrow for the Junior Prospects Championship starting at 5 o'clock.